Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Crash Landing. So at the end of my last episode, I'd made a trip across to the city to south. So wow, there's a really creepy Enderman up there. I'm going to try and avoid him for a second while I do my opening talk. So yeah, we went off to the city in the last episode, got ourselves some much needed items. So I think I finished setting up most of my setup over here. So what I've started doing here is I've actually started setting up a little system to get essentially unlimited seared stone. So the way you do it is, so you put a seared brick in there, and then what you do is that let me grab a seared brick first and let me show you what it does. So where's my spare seared brick? There we go, seared brick. So a seared brick is worth 144 millibuckets of seared stone, I believe. So we'll just melt that down, show you how that works. You see it like right there. Wait for that to melt down. We'll also talk about the what's it called, the high oven as well. So let me grab out the casting table, put you down there along with the ingot cast. Oh, can I put that in? Yep, I can put that in. So what I can do, let me grab one block of charcoal, should be fine. Shove you in there. That's what I want to do. Turn you on. What you can then do is I can use this to trip my ore. So say for example, I've already done a lot of work on processing my iron ore just because I had a lot of it and I wanted to get it processed. So I can see I've got almost 3 stacks of iron ingots. What you can also do, for example, is take I did some gold as well as I was desperate for gold. So what do I want to take? So say for example I want some copper. We won't take that much. Take 15 for now, I suppose. What we can do is take it over to the high oven. So we've got 15 copper ore dust, which if you were to put in a traditional smeltery, that would give you 15 ingots. But with the what's it called? With the high oven, that's going to give us 45 ingots altogether. So what we can do, let me turn on the fluid as well, because once this has started melting down, this will automatically start pouring it out into this ingot casting table. And then the hopper should pull it out of there and put it into the chest for me, which would be quite nice. I'm just keeping the blocks of charcoal there as well for now. It's quite hot out here as I've got this going. Okay, so as you can see, that one little seared brick has actually added in another block. So we've actually got 5 blocks of seared stone now. So what we can do is actually start pouring it out over cobblestone. And what that gives us is seared cobblestone. And then let me just pour the rest of this out. This is a little exploit you use, so let me just keep pouring this out. So this is only taking half a block of seared stone per... Sorry, yeah, it's only taking half a block of seared stone to turn this cobblestone into seared cobblestone. So let me just finish this off real quick. How much we got left? Got do 6 altogether. So let me start putting this seared cobblestone back in, because what happens is when you put this back in, this gives you a whole block of seared brick back, which is incredible. So essentially, you can use 1 seared brick, put it over 2 cobblestone, and then that 2 cobblestone that you poured it over gives you 4 blocks of seared cobblestone. So we essentially have now unlimited seared stone, which is incredible. Just by using 1, by pouring it over the top of a cobblestone, we can just keep adding it into the smeltery, keep adding in more and more seared cobblestone. Oops-a-daisy, that was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. Whoops-a-daisy. I don't think there's any way of getting that out either, so it looks like I've wasted half of one, but that's not the end of the world. Let me just grab that casting table, swap it over. There we go, put you back, and a piece of dust, like so. I'll put that one last piece of seared cobblestone in there, let that melt down. So we've got 9 in there, so that's going to give us 9 blocks of seared cobblestone, whereas before we had 5. We should have had 10, but like clumsily I managed to pour it out before putting the cobblestone in there. So whoops-a-daisy. I've moved my food out here into a gold chest, so let me just go to chest. So what I've basically done is taken an ordinary chest, surrounded it by iron to make an iron one, which gives you the same size as a double chest in one chest, and then I've surrounded it by gold, which gives me more space than a double chest, as you can see. So all my food's gone in here now, I've got plenty of it. It's not as though I'm short of anything right now, which is pretty incredible. What do I want to eat? That's too much. Oh, a donut sounds good. Haven't eaten a donut in a little while, so we're just going to eat a donut. There we go. Nice and tasty, as you can see. So yeah, what do I want to do in this episode? So with all the Pneumaticraft stuff that we basically recovered from the what's the word I'm looking for? Recovered from the city. We can actually start to. Let me grab this cherry here as well. I've actually planted a load more trees as well. I got kind of busy off camera finding lots more saplings by bone mealing things, because basically what I was looking for is that later on in Pneumaticraft you basically need to create, I think, what's called red plastic. So let me go red plastic. So red plastic. Is that right? That's not right. Let me just search for plastic. Plastic. So later on in Pneumaticraft you need to make this red plastic. It's useful, and for that you need fire flower seeds. Now, you can get them from, I'm not entirely sure where you get them from, but the easiest way to get them is to take some rose red dye and a grass seed. It gets you a fire flower seed. Once you've got one, you can make essentially unlimited of all of these Pneumaticraft seeds, but you just need one. So I basically spent ages bone mealing this little patch of grass down here until I finally managed to get one rose, which I can turn into a rose red and get those fire seeds, which is quite cool. So, let me just drop off this fruit. There we go. Num 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 num. So yeah, so I've got started that way. So let me have a look at the quest book, because at the moment in the basic survival, we've got a couple of things we can do. So we've done ore multiplication. So I basically got all the parts from the smeltery, from the city, which basically allows me to get 4 bricks, I suppose. Yeah, clay you can make really easy just by dust and water, which isn't exactly hard right now. We just put these seared bricks in here, and ordinary bricks as well. And then those bricks we can use to turn them into more crack scorched bricks for the high oven, which is quite cool. So we've done that, and we've also done triple play. So the only thing we haven't got for that one is the deep tank controller. So let me just have a look for that deep tank controller. There we go, deep tank controller, which is 8 scorched bricks and a lapis. So do I have enough scorched bricks for that? No, I do not. I'll do that in a minute. That's not the hardest part. And then we've also got, so I've done all that. So what I want to do quick before moving on to the Pneumaticraft stuff, which is the under pressure quest line, because we can't complete the end of the beginning, which is to make plastic sheets and a printed circuit board until, let me go back, until we've done all the Pneumaticraft stuff, which basically allows us to make a printed circuit board. Now, raiding from the city, we've got part of that, the unassembled PCB, but we still, that is not the entirety of what you need to make yourself a printed circuit board. It's quite a long, complex process to actually make your first printed circuit board. So I'm just going to grab some water quick, fill up my camelback, and then what we're going to do is start off on some Pneumaticraft. So what did I manage to get? I managed to get a load of compressed iron. I've kept some spider eyes because you need that for etching acid later on as well. Let me just sort that. So I think this is what I need to get started on. So let me have a quick look. So let's go back to, oh no, what I can also do real quick is the moving things around quest. So I've made a fluid duct already because I had to make that for the high oven to get that all. Oh, we can actually see if that's working now. It has been throwing out some rich slag, as you can see, from, not rich slag. Oh, it's done. 45 copper ingots, that's pretty cool. Let me just turn that off. It will be, actually, let me leave it on. What I can actually do is process up some more ingots while it's using up that block of charcoal. So let me grab as many copper ingots as possible, and we'll get them smelting into the hive. And now it's up to maximum temperature. It should melt them down really quite quickly. So, oh wow, look at that. That's incredibly fast. And that's just from one block of charcoal, and it's still quite a long burn time on it as well, which is pretty cool. But I can actually see how it works now. So, there we go. So it is actually starting to, as you can see, it's got copper in there. It's going to solidify and be added into the chest, which is really cool. So that's that done. We've also got 9 blocks of seared stone in the smeltery, so we can use that to make more seared bricks and things like that in future. I've got some slag here, which we can use in thermal expansion later on. So I'm just going to drop that in there where I've been keeping it. So yeah, we want to get started on Pneumaticraft. So what do we need first? So, oh yeah, well, sorry, I wanted to finish off these moving things around first. We need to make an item duct and a leadstone energy cell. So let me do item duct. There we go. Item duct opaque is fine. So we need 2 tin and a lead ingot. So, what am I looking for? Tin. Do I have any tin ingots? I do. 1, 2. I think I need some more lead. Let me grab lead like so. I'm actually going to swap out the copper. Oh no, actually, this is pretty much all done, isn't it? Oh no, it's not quite done yet. So let me grab that out and process up a load of lead, because I basically need that to. Wow, it's already produced 6 ingots. That's absolutely crazy. That is really, really fast. That is insanely fast, in fact. So is that doing lead yet? No, it's still doing copper at the moment, so I've got to wait for that to finish chucking out the copper, and then we should be able to start getting some lead, and I can just finish off this quest. As I think I need lead for the leadstone energy conduits as well, so wow, it's already produced 42 lead ingots. Hurry up and chill already. Wow, that's still copper in there, so I'm going to have to come back to that in a second. It's getting close to night, so while we're waiting for that lead to finish off, I think we can get started on the Pneumaticraft stuff, so let's get started. So what do we need to do first? So if we go to the under pressure one, under pressure, exploding iron. So basically we've already got compressed iron because we got a load from the, so it tells you to make an iron ingot. Second step is to make TNT, so I think we need, is it gunpowder, and we're going to need sand. So let me grab, do I have any cobblestone around here? No, I do not. I think I've put it all away for now, so we'll grab some cobblestone like so. We need to turn this into a load of sand. I've got a hammer on me. I do have a hammer on me. Excellent. And we will actually get some more compressed iron from this quest as well, which is going to be really important. Once you've got the pressure chamber up and going, you can make compressed iron that way. But the initial way would be to basically take some TNT and so let me search for TNT, like so. There we go. TNT. Gunpowder. Do I not have any gunpowder on me? Oh no, I've made gravel, haven't I? I need to make sand. Whoops-a-daisy. Come on. There we go. So I need to turn this into sand. Whoops-a-daisy. Here we go. I will need to make some more sand actually, because I need to turn some of it into glass. Let me make a bit more, like so. I'll explain why I need to make it into glass in a minute. So just smash all this up into gravel, and then we'll turn it into sand. Marvellous. We'll come up with some system to automate this eventually. I'm thinking of using Steve's Factory Manager to do a lot of these things. It's one of those mods where I didn't really understand what it did until watching some kind of like other LP episodes on it, and from looking at it, it's actually really cool, the mod. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's not like it's not like applied energistics, where obviously it's a different way of automating things instead of using applied energistics, which is quite cool. So let me try and make some TNT now. There we go. So we only need one. There we go. Get the rest of it out of there and get that gunpowder away. And we'll put that cobblestone in there as well, just to keep it safe. So we've completed the quest. Third step is to make compressed iron, which we've already got, obviously. We've got loads of it from the city. So then we can just claim the reward, and that gets us 16 extra compressed iron, which is really nice. So what you basically do is, to get compressed iron another way would be to, you take the TNT, you take some iron, you basically dig a hole in the ground, you light the TNT, and then you put like a load of iron next to it, and then there's like a small chance that this will actually produce some compressed iron. There's always the risk of let's not do that. There's always the risk of, wow, that is a lot of lead. Is that actually producing? Yes, it is producing. It's just, wow, that is a crap ton of lead. See how efficient this hiving is? It's produced 95 ingots of lead just from all of that. That's absolutely mental. Crazy. Really, really efficient. And just from a small amount of charcoal as well. So can't really complain too much there. So let me put that lead away. I'll do that quest right at the end and then finish it up. I'm getting hungry. So let me grab PB&J. We've got, whoa, I did not mean to do that. Grab a PB&J. I've got 4 of them, and I've not eaten one recently. There we go. So that fills up what? 3.5 bars of hunger, which is pretty cool. And then I just need 1 more. So let me grab an apple juice. Nom 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 nom. There we go. That helps with your thirst a little bit, as you just saw that spike upwards as well, which is really nice. So where were we? So let me put that slag away. Flag. God, my inventory is getting ridiculously full already. So where do we want to go next? So we've done exploding iron, so we've got compressed iron, fantastic. Next, we need to make a pressure tube. So let's have a look up for pressure tube. Pressure tube, there we go, pressure tube, which is compressed iron, glass, and more compressed iron. So this is why I wanted to get the glass out, so we can actually start smelting that up into glass. Very nice. Let me grab half of that and half of you. Put you in there and you in there, just so it smelts up twice as fast. It will heat me up twice as much, but that's not the end of the world. So let's make our first pressure tube. So 2 compressed iron and a piece of glass. That gets us 4 pressure tubes. Very nice. So we need to take that. So this will get us some lightning plant seeds, a pressure gauge, and a reward bag. Very nice. The next we need to make an air compressor. So the whole point of Pneumaticraft is you basically make this large multi-block structure. It's like you can make a 3x3 or a 5x5. We'll be making a 3x3 initially. just because I won't have anywhere near the amount of resources needed to make a 5x5 at first. And you basically use that pressure. Sorry about that. I've still got a little bit of a cough from when I was ill last week, and it almost came out there, but I managed to stop myself, and it kind of came out as a. So sorry about that. I just realised how fast I'm talking today as well. It's like I'm in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry at all. Oh, God, forgive me for that. Right. So, what do we need to make? Jesus Christ, I'm clicking on everything here. So I need to make an air compressor. So yeah, this air compressor is what makes the compressed air needed for our pressure chamber to start essentially turning things from kind of a generic things into a more compressed, more usable source. So, for example, we turn a lot of these seeds into plastic, which is quite cool. So you're basically taking like the rubbery kind of stuff from them and turning them into plastic. I don't know, but it's what the pressure chamber does. So we need to make some compressed air. So we need to make a compressor. Here we go. So air compressor is a pressure tube, some more compressed iron, and a furnace. So I think we can do that real quick. Let me grab the cobblestone, make a furnace like so. Oh yeah, I've been fairly busy off camera as well. Like for example, I made a lot more crops. So as you can see, I've got tomatoes, grapes, blueberries, all of the basically all these things help me make lots of delicious food. So I've got things like oops-a-daisy. I've got kiwis, blueberries, cranberries. They all can make PB and kind of peanut butter and jam sandwiches, which is quite nice. PB&J sandwiches of different kinds of jam. Oh, got some tea there as well. For some reason, this one piece of farmland refuses to put crops on it, but I don't mind. So yeah, I've basically expanded this out, made a lot more wheat for making bread as well, which is quite cool. You may have noticed that the left, like, kind of engine is gone. I just totally destroyed that in preparation for later on when I want to kind of put buildings and stuff down. I've kind of like left this up temporarily just so I can use it to like make ingots and stuff, and then when I'm ready to kind of start what's the word I'm looking for? Start making like proper buildings and things like that, I can do so. There's tomato, put all you away. I think that's mostly what I've done off camera. I basically I basically got a banana sapling, got a jungle leaf from that, and actually started growing jungle leaves instead. And then with the hope that once I can get like a lumber axe and then eventually an MFR harvester, I'll be able to use that to basically shear down lots and lots of jungle saplings, which should be quite cool. But where were we? So I was making a pressure chamber, so air compressor, sorry, there we go. I want to make two of them really, I think. From what I've seen, it just kind of helps the whole system go a little bit faster, so I'll make a second one of them as well. There we go, make a second air compressor. Fantastic. So we've still got quite a bit of compressed iron left, which is what I like to see. So I think that is everything. So a pressure gauge, and I've got lots of lightning plant seeds. I don't need any more of them, I don't think. So let me have a look. Yeah, where are they? I'm sure I've got them. Squid plant, creeper plant, slime plant, chopper, burst, ender. I'm sure I had lightning plant seeds somewhere. Jesus Christ, I'm sure I had some. That's really weird. Is my brain totally gone? Chopper, burst, ender, slime, creeper, squid. What are they used for? Let me have a quick look. Lightning plant seeds. What do we use them for? We use them for plastic. So yeah, origin lightning plant seeds. How do we make cyan dye? That's cactus green and lapis. I still need to get some cactus from somewhere. We get cactus green from creeper plants. Oh, excellent. So I can actually I can actually make one fairly easily because let me go back in the wrong place. So I need to make cyan dye, which you get from lapis and cactus green. And cactus green I can get from creeper plant seeds, which is there, which I can make really easily with just a bit of bone meal. And then I've got 20 lapis, so I could do some more, but I don't necessarily. I can make one quite easily, and then I can get unlimited ones. Pressure gauge, I think. Sorry, my brain. I'm just like totally. My cough is just totally coming back. Pressure gauge is just some gold around compressed iron, so not exactly difficult. So I'm actually gonna get the reward bag. I think this might be the first reward bag I've opened on this series. So, oh wow, cucumber, rice, bean, bell pepper, chili, blueberry, candleberry, and blackberry. So he's got a load of seeds there, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to put them away in my sea chest downstairs. Maybe the pressure gauge might be better, as they're not exactly that important. So as you can see, I've got lots of seeds, lots of saplings to plant as well. At some point, I am going to kind of create like an orchard or something like that eventually, where I can just go around and pick all my fruit and stuff as and when I need it. boil away. So yeah, maybe the pressure gauge may have been slightly better there, but and we also got some more pressure tubes. So now we need to make a pressure gauge tube. So we get more compressed iron from this. So a pressure gauge tube is very handy. Not only does it measure the bars of pressure in your system, it also emits a redstone signal of a strength twice that of the pressure it detects. So you can use this later on to basically, you can use something like Steve's Factory Manager, from what I've seen, to actually control how, like, when coal and stuff is inserted into your air compressor, and it's controlled from this pressure gauge tube, which is really cool, just because it emits a redstone signal. As a warning though, the compressor will not stop instantly. It must fully consume the fuel it was burning first. So yeah, you should be able to use this to automate your air compressor to keep the pressure safe. So we're going to make one of them real quick. So we need to make a pressure gauge tube, which requires one of these pressure gauges, as we've just seen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gold ingots, so we need to make a pressure gauge. There we go. And then we also need a couple of bits of redstone as well. So let me make this pressure gauge tube. Fantastic. Is that like a advanced pressure gauge tube? What do we require for that? Another pressure gauge and an advanced pressure tube. Oh, no, that requires like an assembly setup, which we'll get around to later on, I am sure. Okay, so we can claim the reward on that, which is more compressed iron. Fantastic. And then we need to put the pressure to work. So we need a pressure chamber wall, which we've already got in our hand. What else do we need? So we also need a pressure chamber window and a pressure chamber valve. Okay, so let's make pressure. Oh, I wanted to keep pressure up there. Pressure, and apparently I've pressed caps lock as well. Here we go. So pressure chamber window. So we only need, say, 4 of these. We don't need all of them. That's way too many. Sorry about the cough there. So we've got a pressure chamber window, which we need 4 of, so we can actually look inside. So what else do we need? We also need a pressure chamber valve for putting for putting pressure in, I believe. So there we go. So there we go. Shift click all them out. So I'm going to start setting this up and basically see how many more pressure chamber walls that we need. Let me just double check that against the. So I have to actually create some more of these pressure chamber walls to complete the quest. So we'll just build 4 more for now. That should be just about enough to finish it off, so making it work. So we need to make some plastic and some compressed iron ingot. So to start with, you need a 3x3 pressure chamber. You need 25 pressure chamber walls or pressure chamber windows and 1 pressure chamber valve. Simply build a 3x3 cube, leaving the very center block open. The pressure chamber valve must connect to the air block in the middle. Okay, so we need to start building our little pressure chamber. So I'll build it over here somewhere, just temporarily, and then, like I said, once I get going, I will build a more permanent one. So we're going to build the initial one like so. We need to put I'm going to put the valve here. I think that works okay. Yep. Put window at the front and at the side. No, I want that. Let me see if I can dig this up. Hopefully I can. There we go. Took a little while, but I got there. There we go. So pressure chamber window. I don't really need one at the back, but I want one at the top. But I might put one at the back anyway, just so I don't have to build as many pressure chamber walls, which is the main thing. So that goes like that. We also need a step up, so let me grab a piece of dust temporarily. Here we go. So we're just going to hop up. Wall, wall, wall. Window, there we go. Wall, so we need 4 more walls, I think, which isn't too difficult, isn't too bad at all. Oh, got some things that are escaping there, so let me just chuck them away in the chest. I'll sort that out at some point, probably off camera. So we need 4 more pressure chamber walls. There we go, fantastic. I'll put the pressure chamber valves away, as I don't need them right now. We only need the 1, but for some reason it allows you to craft 4, which is fairly annoying. So let me just build all of these. There we go. That is the pressure chamber up and running. So can we? There we go. So look, it's built properly. So you can put upgrades and stuff in it later on. So we like help speed it up and stuff like that. That's the pressure in the system. So after it goes over 5 bar, that's where you really want to problems. No valid items in the chamber. Okay, so that's fair enough. So what we need to do now is pressure chamber gauge. So we need to start setting up our air compressors. So if we do 1 and 2 air compressors. And then what we need to do is we also need some pressure tubes. So we need to connect these up like so. That will go to a pressure chamber valve. And then we need to... I should have really built that one further forward. Hang on, let me just dig all this up. There we go. Move it all forward 1. Like so. Okay, so let me bring you down like so, put the pressure chamber valve there, then 1, 2, and then put my 2 air compressors in front. Okay, so that is all set up, I believe. I'm just going to cough again. Sorry about that, guys. Feel like I've just been like ill all over the episode. So let me have a quick look at this. So what we need to do now, when we go back to putting it under pressure, is make some green plastic. Okay, so we have a quick look up at plastic. So green plastic comes from creeper plant seeds. Okay, so I'm now going to show you how these creeper plant seeds work, how these Pneumaticraft seeds work. So let me grab some bone meal, like so. That dust away. Grab some creeper plant seeds. We're going to need the one. Got some spare ones. Am I getting thirsty? I am getting thirsty. I will have to get myself some water in a second. But the way you do this is you drop these on the ground. Really sorry about the cough today, guys. And they plant like that. And then what you want to do is bone meal them twice. Don't bone meal them again, or bad things will happen. What you then do is you break them, and then they plant. So bone meal these twice. Break this one. Break this one. Grab one of them. So as you can see, we've got 4 now, and then you basically get unlimited seeds now, which is really cool. So we're just going to throw one on the ground, just from a little bit of bone meal, which is quite cool. And then break that. 1, 2, break. There we go. A bit better. So 1, 2, break. 1, 2, break. So as you can see, we've got loads now, loads of creeper plant seeds, which is really cool. So what we need to do is now start running this through the system, after I've got myself some water, of course. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. I only like to do 3 just because it just seems to make more sense with the camelback. It's not as though you need 4 to get going, but so all I want to do is grab a little bit of coal now. Just a couple, just so I can put it in my air compressors, get a little bit of pressure in the system. So what we want to do is, to turn this into green plastic, what we want to do is destroy this window here first. Once it destroys, there we go. Swap that over with the bone meal. Chuck in a couple of a creeper plant seed. Replace the window, and then what we can then do is start up the air compressor. So we'll put 1 piece of coal in each of the air compressors. That will start generating pressure. We will start to see that going up at some point. It's turned yellow now, which is interesting. How's my lead doing? Is that actually finished depositing all the ingots out? I suppose that piece of charcoal is probably used up now. Yes, we'll turn that off. And there we go. Lots and lots of delicious lead, which is really cool. There's a flying ghast up there, which is actually terrifying. It's a little mini ghast. Very weird. So how's the pressure looking? So as you can see, it's starting to go up towards 1. If we have a look at the green plastic, how much pressure does it require? It requires not that much. So what we need to do is basically have a look inside. You can see it kind of doing stuff inside, which is quite nice. How's the pressure looking? We're getting close to 1. And there we go. So the system has produced, if we destroy this, we should be able to, if we can get inside, which we seem to can't. I like the way that you can actually see things coming into the pressure chamber, which is quite cool. And then we need to replace this so too much isn't wasted. That will start pressuring up again as it burns coal, although that isn't too important. So as you can see, we've made some green plastic. So that is the beginnings of my pressure chamber up and going. So what do I need here? Machine upgrade speed. I don't need squid plant seeds because I've got them from somewhere, which is quite cool. Oh bloody hell, is that gas following me around? Where's it gone? I can't see it. I think squid plant seeds would be fairly important if I hadn't already found them in the city, so I'm thinking of just getting the machine upgrade, just because I think I can make plastic really easily, and if we go to speed upgrade, there we go, so that requires lots of potion of swiftness, cake and lapis, so I think that's probably the best of all the rewards there. Like I said, I can make the plastic really easily. I've already got squid plant seeds, which I can make more of, like, insanely easily. And so yeah, I think that is that bit done for now. How are we doing? So we've got losing air, so breaking a block every time you need to put in or take out items in the pressure chamber is clumsy and a waste of air pressure. There are a better way. So the pressure chamber interfaces cut down but do not fully eliminate air pressure loss when placing and removing items in the chamber. They will also allow automation. You will need 2, an input and an output. Both will need to be touching an air block on the interior of your pressure chamber. So I think what I need to do now is what have we got here? So exposure. So this is going to be probably for next episode. I'll do some more Pneumaticraft on the next episode, but I think what I want to do is make these pressure chamber interfaces first. So let me go back to pressure pressure chamber interface. So we need compressed iron, we need pneumatic cylinders, which we need lots of blue plastic for. Okay, so this might be good for the beginning of the next episode, where we start to automate and produce these empty PCBs. So, which is going to be quite cool. So, let me just have a quick look. So basically for this, I need to produce, what was it? Oh yeah, pressure chamber interface was lots of compressed iron. How do we produce compressed iron again? Iron in a pressure chamber, and that requires like 2 bar of pressure. So now we've got a pressure chamber up and going. We can actually start to produce lots more compressed iron very easily, whereas before you have to initially basically blow it up, which is really risky. It does actually run the risk of losing the iron as well. So now we've got the pressure chamber up and going, thanks to raiding the city, of course. We are like more than good to go. I'm just going to grab a load of fruit here just to finish off the episode. I've got a ghast flying around above me, and it's kind of terrifying, as ghasts, while they're not that dangerous, they are just, the whine they make is just like, it pierces your soul, I swear to God. Sounds like a dying baby or something really cruel like that. I don't know who programmed that voice, but it is terrifying. And some apples, there we go. Just making sure. Whoa, it's got a skeleton on top of it and it's shooting arrows at me. That's exactly what I need. Not. So yeah, basically I think what we need to do is make a load of blue plastic. Do we need anything else? Cannon barrel is all just, so this is all just compressed iron and stuff like that. So I think that's fairly straightforward. So basically what we need to do is get, how do we get, so that's rain plant seeds. So let me have a quick look for that. Rain plant seeds. So that's just lapis and a grass seed. So I think we have a spare grass seed. 1 spare grass seed. I'm going to have to start sifting some more dirt. I think what I might get set up off camera is maybe set up my mob spawner as well. Have that kind of like in this part of my base, and but yeah, just get that set up really, out of some cobblestone and some conveyor belts, just so I can start to get lots of like zombie flesh, which I can turn into dirt, which would be quite cool, because at the moment I'm kind of severely lacking on dirt, and I don't think there's any other way of getting grass seeds apart from sifting dirt. Let me have a quick look at that. So yeah, there's no other way of getting grass seeds apart from sifting dirt. So I will, however, use this last one to make some rain seeds for now. So let me craft you. Here we go. There we go. Rain plant seeds, and then so grass or farmland. Okay, that's fair enough. So then what I can do? Got bone meal on me still? I do have bone meal on me still. Is make some more of these, which is quite cool. You can get these from rain, but obviously it doesn't rain on this mod pack. So this is the only way of getting them. There we go. We can start to make more. So I've got 3 already. Oh, whoops-a-daisy, did not mean to do that. Grab up all these bits and bobs. There we go, whoops-a-daisy. I accidentally bone mealed the grass there. We should chuck that down. So 1, 2, break. 1, 2, break. 1, 2, 1, 2, break, break. 1, 2, break. So there we go. So we've got plenty of the rain plant seeds now, which is quite cool. Always like to get a few spare, and then we can tell you what. I'm just going to round off the episode by I'll make the blue plastic off camera, and then at the beginning of the next episode I will show you how to automate. What's the word? Automate the pressure chamber, which would be quite cool, and then we'll also get working on the PCB, and then maybe look at setting up a mob trap as well, something like that. Because I think the whole PCB process, if we go back to the hardcore quest book, so this kind of like this blueprint and stuff like that is this takes a little while to get going, so I will be looking to do that kind of some of it off camera, I suppose, just because it's going to take a while. So we got to eat, so I'm going to have another PB&J sandwich. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Back up to almost full health. And do that with just some monster jerky, like so. Yummy. So that's going to be the end of the episode. We've got some more pneumatic servers as well, which is quite nice, as they're going to be very handy. Not exactly difficult to make. Now I've started getting everything up and running. So pneumatic servo, it's just some glass, redstone, and seared bricks. Now we've got our little seared brick ball rolling. That's not going to be a problem. So that's going to be the end of the episode for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.